Tomorrow is your sister-in-law's wedding. Make sure you don't embarrass us. Understood? Her fiancé's family comes from a very respectable background. A girl raised by a single mother like you needs to try twice as hard as everyone else. I will not have you becoming an embarrassment to this family.
Good evening, Karen. Can you believe it? Tomorrow's finally the day! Lily's wedding! I've heard her fiancé and his family are absolutely wonderful people. Lily looks so incredibly happy. I'm genuinely thrilled for her. I'll be on my absolute best behavior tomorrow. You have nothing to worry about.
Well, yes, that's the bare minimum I expect. You're the second son's wife. The last thing I need is you making a scene. Just try not to embarrass the family name. Is that too much to ask?
Yes, of course. I'll be fine. My mom raised me well. I know how to conduct myself. I did want to mention, just as a heads up, if I go into labor, I would need to go to the hospital, obviously. I'm not at my due date yet, but just so you know.
Oh, give me a break. You're not even at your due date yet. Are you trying to scare us? Nobody here is concerned about your little aches and pains. Missing the wedding because of labor? Oh, not happening. Don't even think about it.
I mean, you can't just... You've had children yourself, Karen. You know how this works, right? If the time comes, attending a wedding would be physically impossible.
Physically impossible? A wedding is physically impossible? Are you saying my daughter's wedding doesn't matter to you? This is exactly why I never wanted a girl raised by a single mother in this family. You were coddled your whole life. Poor little you, poor little you. All anyone ever told you. This is my daughter's wedding, one of the most important days of my life. And you don't even have kids yet, so you wouldn't understand.
I'm sorry. I fully intend to be there. I want to be there. I was only mentioning it as a possibility, a very small one. Please, don't worry about it.
Oh, that wishy-washy attitude is exactly the problem. Why on earth did my son have to marry someone like you? I said from the beginning I was against this marriage.
I'm sorry. I need to go start dinner, so I'll let you go. Good night.
Dinner, right. At least try to be useful for something. And make sure you get a good night's sleep. I need you presentable tomorrow, not dragging yourself around looking half asleep. The ceremony starts at 11. Don't be late. I mean it.
We'll be there on time. Good night, Karen.
And wear something appropriate, not one of those frumpy work-from-home outfits. I already told you which dress to wear. The navy one, not the green.
I remember the navy dress. Good night.
Fine. Good night. Don't make me regret this. Hey, sorry to text so late. Did Mom call you again?
Just now, actually. A long one.
I'm really sorry. I saw she called and I just had a feeling. Are you okay? You can be honest with me.
I'm fine, really. Just tired. Big day tomorrow. How are you feeling? Nervous? Excited?
Both, honestly. Mostly excited. I can't believe it's finally here. But I also keep thinking about you. You're so close to your due date. Are you sure you're feeling all right?
I'm okay. A little uncomfortable, but that's just normal at this stage. Don't spend tonight worrying about me. Tomorrow is your day.
I know. I just want you to be there. But I also want you to take care of yourself first. You know that, right?
That really means a lot to hear. Thank you, Lily.
If anything feels off at all tomorrow, please just go. Don't push yourself on my account.
Noted. Now go get some sleep. You're getting married tomorrow.
You're right. Okay, good night. And thank you for being in my corner through all of this.
Always. Sleep well.
Hey, where are you? It's my daughter's wedding day, in case you forgot. Where have you and my son disappeared to?
Karen, didn't he tell you? I've gone into labor. It came early. I'm at the hospital right now.
So what? What does that have to do with anything? How does that affect my daughter's wedding?
What?
I don't care if you're in labor. You are not skipping this wedding. Get to that venue right now. If you don't come, I am cutting you off. Done.
You can't be serious. That's literally impossible right now.
Are you talking back to me? Do you know what position you're in? Don't get cocky. I'm not asking if you can make it. I don't care. Just get here now.
Karen, I am in active labor. I am hooked up to monitors. There are nurses in this room. Please, think about what you're asking.
I don't need to think about anything. I need you at this wedding. Your husband can stay at the hospital. You get here.
That is not how any of this works.
Don't lecture me about how things work. I've had 2 children. You'll be fine. Women have been doing this forever. Stop being dramatic.
Okay, I'll come.
Right now.
Understood.
Emily? Oh my God, I am so sorry. I honestly never thought Mom would go that far. I figured you'd watch the wedding video later, so I just sent you a good luck text. I never imagined you'd actually show up at the venue because she told you to.
I know. I'm sorry too. She told me to come even while I was in labor, and I snapped, honestly. But I couldn't make it through the doors. My body just gave out.
Well, of course it did. Nobody expected you to show up mid-labor. Seriously, I am so sorry about my mother. Are you okay? How are you feeling?
I'm okay now. The baby arrived safe and sound. All's well that ends well.
Oh, thank God. I was terrified thinking about what could have happened. To you, to the baby. I was beside myself.
Honestly, I did feel like my life was in danger for a moment there, but we're okay now.
I'm just so relieved the ambulance got there so quickly. I've never seen someone's face go that pale before in my life.
Yeah, I'm sorry for putting everyone through that. But Karen has been through childbirth herself, you know. So when she said that, I knew. She knew exactly how unreasonable she was being. That's why I did what she said. Because if I didn't, I knew she'd never let me hear the end of it. For the rest of my life, she'd hold it over me. I'm really sorry for scaring everyone at the venue, though. I heard everything calmed down after. Is that true?
Don't even worry about our side of things. Afterward, Mom was physically shaking. We sat her down and confronted her. She said something like, "Oh, I never actually thought she'd show up. But given everything Mom has done up until now, threatening to cut you off, take away the baby, it felt like she might actually follow through this time. And I realized just how much she's been putting you through all these years. The fact that I and Dad never noticed, we feel responsible too."
Please don't feel that way. That's not on you. This is just classic mother-in-law stuff. You and your dad have always been so kind to me. Honestly, the reason I've been able to endure Karen's behavior all this time is because of you two. Karen's always put on a perfect face in front of everyone. It makes sense you didn't see it, and I'm sorry for not coming to you sooner. You were in such a happy season of your life. I didn't want to drag you into all of this.
I can't believe you were carrying all of that to protect me. How long has this been going on? Like, since the beginning?
Pretty much, yeah. Even before the wedding. When your brother and I first got serious, she called me out of the blue one afternoon. She said she'd done some research into my background, and she wasn't impressed. Those were her exact words. Not impressed.
She called you? Just to say that?
She said a woman from a single-parent household didn't have the right values to join her family. That my mom had clearly failed at her job and that I'd probably follow the same pattern.
I don't even know what to say.
I didn't either. I just sat there holding the phone, trying not to cry. I didn't tell your brother for a long time. I was worried it would cause a rift.
He knew some of it, but clearly not all of it. Emily, your mom sounds like an incredible woman. She raised you on her own, and you were one of the most capable, kind people I know.
That actually means everything to me right now. Thank you. She worked so hard. She never let me feel like we were missing anything. The fact that Karen used that against me, used my mom's sacrifice as ammunition. That's the part that's always been hardest to swallow.
It makes me furious just hearing it. I knew Mom could be harsh, but I think I always told myself it wasn't that bad. That's on me. I should have looked closer.
In a way, I knew this was always coming. I mean, the only reason Karen agreed to the marriage at all was because you and your dad talked her into it. She made it clear from day one she didn't accept me as her daughter-in-law, so I always knew there'd be friction. I just braced myself.
I see. Still, this is way beyond friction. She's been saying terrible things to you this whole time, hasn't she? You were pushed to your limit, and this is what it led to.
Yeah, I suppose so. She's always had a problem with me being raised by a single mom. She's made comments putting my mother down for years. That kind of thing was new to me. I didn't know how to deal with it. But I told myself, I married into this family. I had to endure it.
That is disgusting. She's been saying things like that behind closed doors? I mean, I knew she muttered and complained to herself, and she definitely wasn't very warm toward you, but how could she say something so cruel? I am ashamed that my own parent behaved this way.
Thank you for saying that. Just hearing that makes me feel so much better.
Can I ask, the table she destroyed, the one from your dad, what was the story behind it?
It was the only piece of furniture my mom kept from when they were together. He made it himself, apparently. Woodworking was his hobby. After he passed, she gave it to me when I moved out, said he would have wanted me to have something he made with his hands.
Emily.
It wasn't fancy or anything, just a small side table, but it was the only thing I had that he'd actually touched, made. When I came home and found it in pieces in the trash, I just stood there. I didn't even cry right away. I just stood there.
That is genuinely one of the cruelest things I have ever heard. And she did that because you wouldn't quit your job?
Because I didn't quit fast enough. Those were her words. She said if I just listened the first time, it wouldn't have had to happen.
That's abuse, Emily. That's not household rules. That's abuse.
I know that now. It took me a while to let myself call it that. I kept making excuses, cultural differences, generational gap, stress. But there's no version of that where what she did was okay.
I can't let her take anything else from you, and I want my brother to live a truly happy life, so please don't worry. After what happened, we've all agreed. We're done forgiving her.
That means the world to me. But what does that actually mean?
Dad has been talking to a lawyer, and I've already told James's family the full story. They were horrified. They said if Mom is going to be a presence in our lives, there need to be serious conditions. And honestly, right now, none of us can picture what those conditions would even look like.
I don't want to be the reason your family falls apart, Lily.
You're not. She is. She's been doing this for years. You just happen to be the person who finally made the damage visible.
I hope your wedding was still beautiful, despite everything.
It was, somehow. James is wonderful. His family was gracious. And honestly, once the chaos settled, there was this moment where James just looked at me and said, "Well, now I know you come from interesting stock."
He sounds like a keeper.
He really is. Now, get some rest. You just had a baby.
I will. And Lily, congratulations. Truly.
Hey, will you just say something to them on my behalf? Why am I the one being treated like the villain here? You were planning to come to the wedding. That was always the plan. All I did was remind you to come, and then you just happened to go into labor at the same time, and now somehow I'm the bad guy?
You are, though. You knew I was in the middle of giving birth, and you told me to come anyway. I did exactly what you said. You knew what was going to happen.
I didn't expect you to show up looking half dead. What was that? Showing up at a wedding in that condition? That was beyond inappropriate.
Well, calling a woman in active labor to a wedding venue is what's inappropriate, don't you think? I think that's exactly what your husband, Lily, and everyone else is saying.
But But you married into this family. There is no world where a daughter-in-law misses her sister-in-law's wedding.
Normally, sure. But I was literally risking my life to bring a child into the world. You, of all people, know that's not a normal situation.
That's not the point. I never actually thought you'd come.
Right, and that's who you are, Karen. You say outrageous things, and you mean every word of them. That's why I felt like I had no choice but to go. This isn't the first time either. Remember before?
What? Are you trying to make me look bad again?
I'm not trying to make you look like anything. If you feel like you're being made to look bad, maybe the problem lies with you.
How dare you?
You once told me that a wife belongs at home, and that if I didn't quit my job immediately, you would throw out all of my belongings and kick me out. I didn't think you were serious. I thought we'd talk when I got home. But when I got back, you had destroyed and thrown out the table my late father left me.
That may have happened, I suppose. But that was ages ago. And in the end, I backed down and said you could keep your job as long as it was remote.
Yes, after my father's heirloom had already been torn apart. By then, there was nothing I could do. It was already too late.
Well, that was your fault for not listening to me right away. If you'd just done what your mother-in-law told you, none of that would have happened. That was discipline. That's just how things work in this household.
Destroying someone's belongings as discipline is not how things work anywhere. That's when I understood exactly who you are, Karen. You say things and you follow through, no matter how extreme. So this time, I was scared. I thought, what if she interferes with my child's life too?
What are you talking about? You're the one who almost ruined a child's life. You showed up to that venue. The baby could have been in danger because of you.
And why do you think I went there in the first place? Because you called me and told me to come. You showed no concern for me or my baby. You were the one pushing me to do something dangerous, weren't you?
That's all in hindsight. I didn't expect you to actually show up in that state. I was shocked too, you know.
You were shaking when you saw me. Part of that was realizing how serious my condition was. But the bigger part was knowing everyone could see that you had called me there. You were terrified of being found out, weren't you?
Well, obviously. When I saw you standing there, gasping for air, of course everyone was going to ask why on earth you were there.
And you knew that would happen when you called me. Actually, no. Wait. You didn't think I'd actually come. So you just wanted ammunition. Something to hold over me later. Another excuse to make my life difficult. Calling me wasn't about getting me to the venue. It was about building a case against me.
I was not thinking all of that.
It's fine. We all already know. That's why your husband and Lily confronted you, isn't it? And told you they're done with you.
They know about all of that? Are you saying this was all some kind of setup?
A setup? Please. I put my life on the line. I would never risk something that precious just to set someone up. You dug this hole yourself, Karen. You just finally fell in. Your husband came by earlier, by the way. He got down on his knees and apologized. He said he was horrified that his wife would put her daughter-in-law through this. He's a good man. I'm relieved. And Lily, too. She was mortified by what her mother had done. She was deeply ashamed of you, honestly.
How did it come to this? Oh, the wedding almost got completely derailed, and his family laid into me about it. Lily told them everything, and the wedding barely survived. But now they're talking about cutting me off.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. If I were his family, I'd be horrified too. No one, even as a joke, tells a woman in labor to attend a wedding, not being able to offer even one kind word in that situation. That's not really a human thing to do.
I've been listening to you long enough, and now you say whatever you want. This is your fault. You're the reason I'm being blamed for everything. My own husband is talking about divorce. And Lily, she says she doesn't want to be around someone who'd do this. And she's scared to let me see the grandchildren. I did all of this for my daughter. Why doesn't anyone understand that?
Because it was never really for your children. You wanted everything done exactly your way, and when it wasn't, you threw tantrums and took it out on them, and called it parenting. Now that you've done the same thing to me, your daughter-in-law, it's all coming to the surface.
That's not true. My husband is completely overreacting. Divorce over something like this? That's insane. I've been a stay-at-home wife my whole life. What am I supposed to do if he actually leaves me?
That's exactly why I never wanted to give up my job. I needed to be able to stand on my own, just in case. Luckily, I was good enough at what I do to find remote work, but you've lived your whole life your way. And now, if there's a divorce, you have no income. Good luck finding a job.
Why are you saying this like it's someone else's problem? You're involved in this too. Go tell them. Tell your husband and the others that this wasn't my fault.
First of all, you really need to learn how to talk to people. Your communication skills leave a lot to be desired. That is not how you ask someone for a favor. Take a good hard look at where you actually stand. Maybe it's time to experience some real consequences for once. Eventually, Karen realized that no amount of arguing would bend the world back to her will. She reached out to Emily with an apology. Emily, of course, did not forgive her. And continuing any kind of relationship felt genuinely unsafe. Together with her father-in-law and Lily, Emily cut ties with Karen completely. Karen, it turned out, had no real skills to fall back on after years of depending on others to carry her. Rumors were that she ended up in a very difficult situation, but honestly, Emily had already moved on. It simply wasn't her problem anymore.